Yes,
I do that.
No, but tell me you don't enjoy being on the conversation.
Okay, to be honest, yes, I do. I like the gist. I like the different topics. And, you know, the way we just talk about things happening in Nigeria. General things. I learn new things every day. And I meet people, too.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful time on the show.
Okay, so as many times as possible that we can drag BTC here, we'll continue to do that. All right, again, thank you for being here on the program with us. It promises to be quite an exciting show today. Different conversations we hope to have on the program today. Before we continue, you know, we started something yesterday talking about the school fee increment, and a few feelers from a couple of our staff who also have children within the various model colleges said, you know, there was a protest.
Okay.
And then yesterday we also said, okay, maybe there's a need for government to look into this. Yesterday I stumbled on a press release by the Ministry of Education justifying why that increment was needed. But some feelers are also saying perhaps they would allow the parents to spread.
Oh. Wow.
The
that's
payment.
good. That is the right step in the right direction.
So
Yes.
if that pulls through,
Yes.
it could be a relief for them, and perhaps also give them ample time to prepare to start paying the 100,000.
But definitely no going back on the 100,000.
It doesn't seem so.
Well, the Lagos State government has justified the reason. For
I
the
mean, they
increment.
listed
Yes,
some
when I
of-
saw it,
yeah,
like,
they
okay,
listed
yes.
food feeding 3 times a day, security, health, of course. Then they don't
other
pay
logistics.
for WAEC.
Oh,
The state pays for
That is
for
true.
The
Yes.
state pays.
Yes.
The state pays for that. So
Okay.
if you look at that, and like Bukola raised yesterday, the last time there was a fee increment was in 2021. And this is 2024. So if you look at the realities on ground, there could be a justification for the increment. So perhaps again, what needs to be done here is give the parents a breather to allow them find a way to see how, because there are some who have more than one child. So if
So if you have like 3 or 4 children now in boarding school, you are
400,000
paying
per
400,000.
term.
Wow, that's
It's a lot of
huge.
money.
That's huge.
It's a lot
But we
of
must
money.
give it to the state government. The government has done a lot in the education sector too. So paying for WAEC, for how many children for how many students in Lagos? We have so many students writing
Right,
WAEC.
not only model colleges.
model
all
colleges.
public
Yeah,
schools
that's
in
what I'm saying.
Lagos.
So we must give it to them. Paying for WAEC, that's very nice.
It's not
During
easy.
my own time, I paid for WAEC. Oh.
How many years ago?
because when you said some parents might have like 4 children in boarding school. This is a time
It's possible. Some
Very
do.
possible.
This is a time to review that decision.
Well,
It's too late for them. oh.
well, it will go back to family planning. You think
When they were
God
telling
gives,
you then.
God gives. Okay,
Yeah.
and
You know,
then,
no, back in the day,
Ọlọ́run ló ń
it
ṣọmọ.
was easy.
it was easy.
Ọlọ́run
People
ló ń
give birth to
ṣọmọ.
like 5, 6 children.
Wọ́n ká
Now,
ọmọ fọ́lọ́mọ.
And
Government
see
is
what they
beginning
do,
to
this-
count for you.
what the child will eat.
God will
God will provide.
And that's why if you attend a wedding now, they'll ask the couple, how many children do you want to have? And the man will look at the woman, respect yourself.
Respect
Let's
yourself.
have 2. The 2 that we can plan for, and then just, you know. But whatever it is, I know this topic is another one for another day. A lot of people still think that whatever it is, we'll go manage, you go rough, and I beg.
But do you know that
It's a lot
the
of
wealthy
pressure.
people
Wealthy people don't have plenty
Thank
children.
you.
But I know one wealthy person that has plenty children.
In
sha.
most cases, they don't. In most cases, they don't.
You know what?
It's the less privileged. And instead of having 7,
I saw a video
And then you
yesterday.
now come and tell me your wife is expecting. Did I marry her?
I saw a video yesterday where a man has 16 children already.
16?
16 from different women, of course. And, you know, he announced the birth of another child to his sons. And Daddy, mi ṣe ń wá mi ni. Ẹ bá lówó kẹ́ fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi.
It's just you know some families if you start having children at a certain age, it is basic that you're having those children for your first child or for your first set of
yes,
children.
like when you're
because they will
30
end
or
up training those
That's
children.
true. Very true.
So
Very true.
let's move on.
Let's just do the right thing.
Let's move on. Let's go to our news points for today. And of course, our news points this morning. Let's start with the fuel issue because that is one issue that is still trending as we speak. And this story says Dangote's 950 naira per litre petrol may justify more import of commodity. This is coming from the oil marketers. Ahmed, calm down.
Our cameraman is vexing in the studio. When he heard that amount, 950, he just vexed.
I don't even know what he said, but Ahmed, calm down. Like, what is it? Okay, the story says the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, yesterday released pricing details for premium motor spirits, PMS, popularly known as petrol, produced by the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. The prices ranging from 950 to 1,019 naira per litre, depending on location, sparked reactions across the oil industry and private sector. Oil marketers expressed concerns that these high prices would justify continued importation of petrol into Nigeria despite efforts to promote local refining. Marketers revealed that vessels of imported petrol were expected to start arriving in Nigeria on Tuesday, September 17, further questioning the transparency of the pricing from Dangote's refinery. Okay, like, we asked yesterday our guest, sincerity of purpose is really important in this particular issue. Everybody needs to be transparent about what exactly the situation is all about. Dangote Refinery, the NNPCL, the federal government, the president, since he's the Minister of Petroleum. We need to break this down to the barest minimum, how best Nigerians can understand. Like you raised yesterday, you had assumed that the coming on board of Dangote would have meant that petrol would be cheaper. But it doesn't look like that is the situation at the moment. So it means that, but then the marketers again, why are they hell-bent on wanting to stick with imported product?
Now, according to the marketers now, the amount they will sell imported petrol to us is cheaper than what NNPC will sell to us. Now, my question with
how is that making sense?
That's my issue now. Now, why is NNPCL the only sole off-taker of Dangote's petrol?
Well,
why can't we have other players in that industry?
At the beginning, they did say that it was not likely that they would be the sole
but right now they are.
But right now they are.
Yes.
So again, it means that there are certain things that we are not privy to.
And people are asking again, is NNPCL making profit from this? They should tell us.
Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they?
But they're not saying anything. Did you see the breakdown they did?
Yes, the breakdown.
They didn't give us that information at all. And it should be there.
But again, that is why a lot of people still believe that there is still subsidy.
And they've called it different names.
Whatever.
But they will not call it subsidy.
So there's a shortfall.
They've called it different names, but not subsidy.
Okay, there's a shortfall.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a balance.
So for me, right now, like you said yesterday, we should just make this, the other refineries work. And let's open the market, like we did with the telecoms. Open the market so people can buy wherever they want to buy.
But they will still tell you that it is a free market.
Right now, it is not a free market, with NNPCL being the only off-taker,
from the
and Dangote right now being the only local refinery that we have in Nigeria now.
Yes, I think when, again, this is all muddled up. And until there is transparency, we're going to keep running or crawling in this circle. Until there are more refineries working, until there is a stiff competition in that sector, the monopoly will continue. And so the marketers, it is a free market, so they can decide to go and import petrol. But at the end of the day, it comes back on us because we're the ones buying.
So last month, I bought fuel for $8.35, thinking that Dangote petrol will come into the market and I'll buy lesser. But now I'm going to buy like 900 and...
No! If you're buying at NNPC is 950.
That is what I'm saying. Last month at NNPCL, it was 8 something. Yes. So what's the difference?
There's every possibility that if you buy...
Imported fuel is even cheaper than the one we have here in Nigeria.
Okay.
That's the problem now.
And I keep asking, how is that making sense?
It doesn't make sense. Dangote is not paying export, or what they call that thing, all those charges. It's not.
So can we? Now let me play the devil's advocate.
Okay.
Here. Can we give them the benefit of doubt and assume that it is like this? Because in September, they are still buying and paying in dollars.
Yeah.
But do you?
So
Okay.
they've said by October, the Naira regime will come to play. So let's see what will happen by October when they will be paying to get
Their
exchange
crude.
of crude
Yes.
and petrol from Dangote Refinery. But my fear again in this will be at that point in time, if you're still looking at the global prices, how much is it $1 to the Naira? So we're still back.
Yes. It's like we are just, going round in circles
we're going
with
round
no
in
solution in
circles, so
sight.
there's no hope
And
for
I have this.
reduction.
Another thing that is really worrying me now is the silence of the presidency.
Well,
They should say something.
Is it back in? No,
So,
I just
no,
wanna
the
ask.
president is back in
He's
the
back
country.
in-
Is
because
Asiwaju
he doesn't-
Ahmed
he's
Bola
back.
Tinubu back in Nigeria?
Yes,
back
he
in
is.
Nigeria, but
they're not
again,
saying
and he's
anything.
quiet. If you
That is
go-
my problem.
If you go back to that paper that was released by the NNPCL, it was expressly stated.
That's skinny.
It is not the prerogative of the federal government
of the federal
to
government
fix.
to fix prices.
We
So,
know that.
I saw
if
that.
Mr. President is not talking about it,
I justified.
let's move on.
Let's move on. Please, let's go to...
Let's go to the next story, the Nimet story.
Yes, Nimet. So, Nimet predicts 3-day thunderstorms, rains from Tuesday. That's today. So let's get prepared. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, Nimet, has predicted thunderstorms and rainy weather conditions from Tuesday to Thursday across the country. Nimet's weather outlook released on Monday forecast thunderstorms over parts of Bauchi, Kebbi, Taraba, Kano, Katsina, Adamawa, and Kaduna states during the morning hours on Tuesday. So, according to their predictions, it should be happening now. Now, according to the agency, thunderstorms are expected over the entire region later in the day. In the north-central region, thunderstorms are expected over parts of Kogi, Benue, Plateau, Federal Capital Territory, Nasarawa, and Niger states during the morning hours. And then later in the day, thunderstorms are expected over the FCT, Kwara, Niger, Kogi, Plateau, Benue, and Nasarawa states. And they gave us, different states prediction, but I'm trying to find Lagos here. I can't see Lagos.
No, Lagos is okay.
Because I can see for the southern region, I can
go
see
down.
that of Enugu, Oyo, Ekiti, Ondo, Delta, Bayelsa, Cross River, Rivers, and of course Bayelsa.
And Lagos is down.
Down. Okay, so the bottom line is that now Nimet has given us this prediction. We as Nigerians must be careful. We must take precautionary measures. Like I tell people, do not drive in when the road is flooded. Please don't drive.
Especially when you're not even familiar.
That is
with
one.
that
Without
road.
access. Yeah.
Then two, please stay away from equipment that can, attract lightning, because you can get electrocuted if you're not careful. I've read cases of such things happening.
Okay.
Then three, if you know you live in low-lying areas, please, you should have moved by this time.
Where?
That's
Someone said Ikorodu.
Someone
said Ikorodu, not me.
yes, Ikorodu is not a low-lying area.
Part of.
Part of Ikorodu. No, Ajegunle, Owode Onimi, Owode Olede.
Yeah, they are low lying.
But they are not under Ikorodu now. That's
Where are
Koshofe.
they?
Yes, they are low lying, but they have refused to move. I drive
Where
past
will
that
they
road
move to?
every day, and they don't mind staying there. I went there. I did an interview with some people there. I did a special report, and they told me they've been living there for several years. They cannot move anywhere.
how have they
That
been
water is part of their life.
Do you know there is housing deficits?
I know that.
Where do they want
But do
to
you want to risk your life?
Hello.
You're
You
not talking
said
about
it
risking
yourself.
of life.
My producer, leave me alone. She's telling me that this topic will be treated tomorrow.
Okay,
So,
agreed.
unfortunately, environment
I will not be here.
That's not fair.
But then,
Oh, housing deficit.
but
Okay.
I agree with the housing deficit thing, but you don't have to risk your life. But you see these people, they are just so used to the
You
water.
just
They
said
don't want to.
it.
They
You
said,
said
no,
it
we are not
yourself. It is
leaving.
part of them. So they know at that particular time of the year what they should do. Because if you say they should move to where? You remember that oftentimes when there is massive flooding in that area, government will relocate some of them to the relief centers.
Yes.
They will still come
Find
back.
a way to come back.
They will come back.
That is
so it
their
is their
life
comfort
anyway.
zone.
Yes,
You will also
I
realize
agree
that
with
a couple of them are actually from the riverine areas.
So water is life for them. Water is part of them.
They move and they
They
dine.
eat, sleep, die, do everything in water. That brings us to that ecological funds that, I don't know if you saw that story this morning. People are, questioning the ecological funds based on what happened in Borno State now.
What do they use it for?
Thank you. The state governments. They get ecological 40 billion naira.
So many
These are the things they should spend the money on.
Yeah.
But in Lagos, please call toll-free lines if you have any issues. 767 or 112. I'm sure they will come to your rescue. Don't worry. You're safe in Lagos.
Our environmental.
Yes, so I'm talking from
experience.
Yes.
Okay, let's take the Lagos story.
Okay, like I always say, Lagos will always give you hope. So, Lagos reopens Odo Yalaro Bridge, warns vandals. The Lagos state government yesterday reopened the Ojota and Maryland sections of the Odo Yalaro Bridge and declared a zero-tolerance policy for vandalism and theft of public infrastructure in the state. The state's deputy governor, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, made the statement during the official reopening of a newly rehabilitated bridge while lamenting the frequent theft of manhole covers in the state. To combat this issue, Hamzat announced that the state had switched to using fiber materials to fabricate manhole covers instead of steel, emphasizing that anyone caught stealing them would be prosecuted. Now that they said they are using fiber and it is useless, why would they even want to steal?
Is there anything useless really?
For people?
They'll find something.
Anyway, we road users,
Congratulations to those of you who apply that
some
route.
form of relief for us. Odo Yalaro Bridge is now open. For me, when I'm going to see my father, I usually pass that.
But I must give it.
that access.
I must give it to the Lagos State government. They planned 90 days for the rehabilitation of that road, and they opened it earlier, yes, like 55 days. And I also want to, I hardly passed that road, so I really don't know.
My route.
That is Abibola's route.
How did you cope during the
Well, it was
closure?
it was longer. We had to look for another route. But now that it's open, so we'll go back
congratulations to you.
Yes, congratulations. Yeah, at least it will save me some fuel from the
When I'm
longer
coming
journey.
back to this access from my dad's access.
You don't need to come through here.
I don't come to here.
You
I
come
don't.
through.
I just.
But it's
go
so
straight
sad
to-
that, we still lack the maintenance culture in Nigeria.
Maintenance culture is not only on roads,
Every
basically
infrastructure.
everything. I don't know, but I think we're changing. We're
we?
changing. We're changing.
Did you see what they did to that third Mainland Bridge? It's there, stealing things there and
We are just
vandalizing.
like that.
It is awful. It is bad.
Until there are consequences. Because again, you would realize that when people do things and they know that you can't catch them, then they'll continue to do it. If it means that you also need to find people that would guard that thing
24
at
hours,
night,
is that
maybe
possible?
at night. Maybe at night, because during the day, it will be difficult for you to go and remove something and nobody will see you. But at night, if you have people but it's just a mentality thing. Why would you be stealing from something that would benefit you? Sometimes we're just wicked to ourselves.
I think I will
it.
take Joshua's.
If you see something,
If you see something, say something. So this infrastructure, all these infrastructure, they belong to us. So when you see something, say something. If you see somebody destroying it, take a picture or a video and then send it to
social media
This also,
era.
Yes.
This also takes me back to what we were saying yesterday. You know what is good and you know what is bad. So, is it that you want to be good or you want to be bad?
Please be good, even to the infrastructure.
All right, let's quickly head to the X platform this morning and take a look at one of the trending stories there. Of course, this weekend, there will be election in Edo State to elect the new governor of the state, and the three major political parties are slugging it out. You have the APC, the PDP, and the LP, all trying to outdo themselves with their mega rallies. But what bits me, I saw a story, the fact that 2 of the major candidates boycotted a debate that was put together by NUJ and BON. And of course, the candidates of the APC and the PDP were not there. Only that of the LP and ADC, I think, were there. So if you cannot come for a debate, you choose an open rally over a debate. How do you want people to take you serious? How would you articulate the things that you really want to do? And we really need to get off this politics of bitterness. It has gotten to that level where it is now personal attacks.
Thank you.
You leave issues. You talk about different things that are not even your business. I don't know how it is, but then we're not far from ourselves.
I also saw something yesterday
Go ahead.
by the PDP claiming that Wike's cousin is
The
Is the
Commissioner
what?
of Police.
is a wreck.
No, so they're asking that the wreck be moved.
They're even
What
asking that the
is-
commissioner. In fact, they've accused each other so many times.
I'm just-
Different allegations. They even accused the National Security Advisor.
No go
No, but
rebuttal.
yes.
Because he also said he was going to sue.
Sue, yes.
I don't know how we've gotten to this level where we personalize issues. These are institutions. If peradventure you have issues with those institutions, you can actually petition and do the right thing. Why the mudslinging? Why the name calling? Why? Elections will come and go. The communities will be there. So we'll get to that level where we cannot even greet ourselves in the communities. It's really bad.
I really hope that the people of Edo will do the right thing. Please don't sell your vote. Vote for the right candidate. Vote your conscience. Just do the right thing. And INEC. I really feel for INEC. I hope because with the way things are going in
not
that
a good
state.
time. It's not a good time at all. And whoever is declared the winner, just be rest assured that the courts.
That's for sure.
The courts will have some visitors, because I know that, whoever INEC declares the winner, the other party will still say it was rigged.
Saturday is around the corner.
It's just a few days from
Yes,
here.
let's see how it goes. Let's
All
just do
right.
the right thing.
Those are our news points as well as our hashtag for today. We will take a quick break. When the conversation returns, yesterday, September 16th, was marked as the World Preservation of the Ozone Layer Day. What exactly does this portend, especially in the face of various flooding currently in Nigeria? Bukola mentions the Ecological Fund earlier on. Is this also one area that we need to start paying attention to? What are some of those things that we also do as individuals that could make our environment inimical to some of the dangers of flooding and climate change? We have an expert who's joining us after this short break.